Whew. Oh. What's up, friends? How are you? Happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's good. Um, Hope you guys are having a great day. What's going on, Chief Levite? Great to see you. Hey, Melody. Hey, PL Sweet. What's up? What's up? Hey, Lady Duke. How are you? I hope I said that. Yeah, okay. I hope everybody's good. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're in the middle of a great day. What's going on, people? I have something that I really want to talk to you guys about. And if you were with me last night, I mentioned that there was something I was going to talk about, and I just hadn't done it yet, but I feel like now is the right time to do it. So do me a favor, if you don't mind, share this with your friends on Periscope and Twitter and Facebook. I promise this is a conversation we need to have, and this really doesn't have much to do with the music industry at all. This is just something that's coming from my heart. Hey, what's going on, AJ? It's coming from my heart, and I really feel like we need to hear this, or at least we need to open up this conversation. Dr. Reed, how are you, sir? And so here it is. And I want you to hear my heart on this, because I feel like it's just a needed conversation, you know. I'm really concerned about the status of where we are right now as a people and as a community. And here's what I mean by this. I have had 3 people very close to me lose some friends that are close to them, and they lost them all to suicide, people choosing to end their lives. And there were some unique threads between these situations. All 3 of them said to me that they didn't see this coming. They didn't see the warning signs. And interestingly enough, all 3 people who chose to make this decision were believers, or people who believe in Jesus and profess Jesus as their Savior. And it really got me to thinking, like, what is going on? And I know, you know, some people who are very spiritual want to, you know, make this into a spirit of suicide thing, but I don't think that's it at all. I think there's something that's far deeper, and I want to have that conversation, because yes, pastors are doing it, worship leaders are doing it, singers are doing it. So many people are making this choice with Jesus in their lives. And so here's what I think is the issue, and I just want to dialogue about it. I feel like we have created a scenario where people are no longer safe to ask for help. Okay? They're not safe to ask for help anymore, because we have taken people's confidence, and we have used it and leveraged it so that we can have another sermon to preach, so we can have another post to make on Facebook, so we can make another meme. And the reality of it is people need help. And let me say this, the help that people need, you know, when people decide that they are hopeless and are going to end their lives, it's not because of one event usually. Usually it has a lot to do with things that have built up to that point. It has to do with not getting the help you needed in something that might have been smaller, and it's piled up, and it's a combination of things that happen to where now you feel hopeless, okay? You know, so for instance, let's say it starts with, let's say you're a man and you're a father, and you're trying to figure out, how do I pay my bills? And every month the pressure and the weight of paying your bills weighs on your shoulders. And now who can you tell? You know, if you need help in your business, if you need help in your home, who can you really tell? If you decide, I want to do a GoFundMe account, you know, so many people have abused that, and they've abused these functions and places to be able to receive help. So where now, okay, if you're trying trying to get help, people won't even believe it, and people won't even, accept the fact that you need help. So I think we have a couple of things. We have created an environment that is not, we've created an environment that is not conducive for people to receive help. That's one. Number two, we have a scenario where people are unable to help. So there's nothing worse than if you need help, what's going on in Russia and Dubai? What's going on? If you need help paying a bill, or if you need help emotionally, okay? What happens in our churches is we treat worship and we treat church like it is medicine, and it's pain medicine. Well, here's the problem. If you are taking pain medicine that's not solving the root of the issue, then all you're doing is alleviating pain right now. The pain will return because the issue itself has not been resolved. So I'm very concerned that we are creating scenarios for people where we are trying to massage their pain right now, but we're not really trying to fix the underlying issue. And when we don't fix the underlying issue, then now people are like, okay, well, I repeatedly can't get help here, and I can't get help there, and I can't get help there, and I can't get help there. Well, the only thing we can do is, okay, I'm hopeless now. All right. Let me tell you, one of the hardest things to do is to operate in the cultures that we have created, because we keep telling people that it's not okay to express how you feel. And it creates that scenario where, you don't trust anybody. Okay. So it's creating these horrible scenarios. So let's just kind of walk this out. Okay. So you're in a scenario where you are trying to better your life. Okay. You're trying to better your life. And you've been taught, look, let's speak it, let's pray it, let's blab it and grab it, let's do all of this. And so you do all these things that people ask you to do, and it doesn't change. Well, what do you do now? Well, let me just offer this suggestion, because I'm throwing a lot of things out there, and I hope that people can relate to it. And here's where I believe the fix is. I believe that you and I are the designs to be the answers to people's prayers. And what has happened is a lot of times we have told people to go pray when really we are the answer to their prayers. And my concern is that, we are choosing not to be answers for people when we really could be answers for them. And I'm really, really concerned about that. I'm really hoping that, people aren't making the decision to just not be interrupted, so they just choose, okay, I'm going to do whatever. And so they don't avail themselves to be the answers to prayers. Do you not know that the bulk of the miracles that Jesus performed, he performed while he was on his way somewhere? He was being interrupted to help people. And that's why we have most of the miracles that we have, is because because Jesus was willing to be interrupted. And I'm concerned that a lot of us are so busy promoting our brands and promoting our projects and promoting all of these things that we are busy promoting, that we are too busy, not worrying ourselves about the people that God has assigned us to. And so I believe this: if people are asking for money, they need help doing things, and you have the money, why are you asking people to go pray? And why are you taking the time to pray when you have the money and you could just answer the problem? Hey, Brazil. And that's what I'm concerned about. I'm not blaming anybody for the choices that people make, but I'm saying as a community, we have a responsibility to the people who we are connected with. We have a responsibility to be the answers to people's prayers. We have the responsibility to be that shoulder that they need. Maybe they need a listening ear. Maybe they need, money. Maybe they need resources. We have to put ourselves in position to be those people. Let's stop passing people off and calling everything a spirit. Now, some things are spirits, but there are some things that are just the result of us not being in the proper place, doing the right thing. Some of us need hearts of flesh, man. Some of us need hearts that are tender enough to say to people, listen, I'm concerned about you. And let me tell you the people you need to be concerned about the most. We get in our mind what people who need help look like. And we think, I remember going to a church one time where they felt like the people that needed to be helped were the people who lived in the ghetto and the people who were homeless and the people who were jobless. Yes, those people who need help. But you know who else needs help? The people who usually need the most help